counselor with 10 years with Sergey University. She's an education advisor for MQA and accredited programs. Let me pass on the floor to you, Ms. Susan.
All right, thank you very much for your kind introduction, and thank you for inviting, giving me a chance to speak with your audience here. Okay, hi, I'm Susan, course counselor. Yeah, so we are the people who can advise you if you like to explore SEGi or explore any programs you're not sure what to study or what to do or what is your study pathway or whether you're eligible or you want to find out more about the financial options. Yes, do check us out. So yes, let me go to, okay, we have 5 campuses in Malaysia, East Malaysia and West Malaysia. In West Malaysia, we have SEGi University, Kota Damansara. We are the main flagship campus. The other 4 are sister campuses, they are colleges. So in the Klang Valley, we also have SEGi College Subang Jaya and SEGi College KL. Across up north, we have SEGi College Penang, and in East Malaysia, we have SEGi College Kuching or Sarawak. Yeah, so this is the view of our main campus, Kota Damansara, and that's not a mosque. That's actually the architecture is based on the Roman architecture, you know, based on knowledge. You know, the ancient Romans were very famous for knowledge and the introduction of democracy. Yeah. Okay, what I'll do is I'll start off with a short campus video. Here goes. Oh yeah, okay. Full screen. Not sure how to do that. Shall we just progress anyway? Sorry, just now somebody, Harjinder is asking me if I can go full screen. Is it too small or what? Okay. Front top view.
I think it's I'm not sure if you can see the top right. There's a view button, or you can just double click sometimes.
Double click on the video screen, is it?
Yeah, try that or try view full screen.
Oh, okay. Anyway, there's
otherwise it's okay.
Yeah, I think it's okay. We just, yeah, because otherwise I'll be running late of the time. Well, this area view shows the MRT station that is just right in front of SEGi University. Yeah, but essentially the main entrance is off the Persiaran Surian at this corner where you have the Petronas and McDonald's here, and also Tea Life. So hint, hint. So you get a lot of choices of food other than the Malaysian food. We have McDonald's and Tea Life, and yeah. So the main entrance is just off the Persiaran Surian. But however, from the MRT station, when you come down the escalator, you can walk along the walkway and soon past the the Thompson Hospital, you'll come to our SEGi pedestrian gate. So students, pedestrian, basically, you can enter through there, and it's 24 hours security guard manning the place. Okay, so the next one will show you the MRT video. Okay, so this is how it looks like, the escalator going up, and behind it there's an elevator. Okay, so here's a summary topic of what I would like to go through: the education pathway, program summary, scholarships and rebates. Hostel may or may not touch on it unless there's some students who might like to inquire if you are from outstation. Otherwise, currently now we are doing, even though it's full time, we are doing the courses, the classes we have moved online, virtual, live, with recorded. But in the event physical classes are allowed, we will still practice the hybrid mode, meaning physical plus live virtual plus recording. Yeah, transport I've just covered. Okay, so yeah. So education pathway, perhaps maybe there may be some students who are still not sure, like, based on their results or that they're going to plan now, they may be in Form 4 or Form 5. What do you aim for, for what programs? What kind of results do you need to get in order to know what level of program you can enter? Now, this pathway is actually all regulated by MQA. MQA is Malaysian Qualifications Agency. It is our accreditation body in Malaysia under the Ministry of Higher Education. And because SEGi's programs are all MQA accredited, so we comply with their entry requirement. So for instance, for foundation is a type of pre-U. That means it's like equivalent to STPM, but it's shorter and it's actually more doable. You need 5 credits. Okay, and if you happen to have just 3 credits in your SPM or O levels, you can still study, but you start with diploma. However, let's say you only manage to get 1 credit or 2 credits. Again, you can still study, but you start lower, you start with certificate. So if you start with certificate, you have to, after you have completed your certificate of 1 year plus, you can progress to diploma, and then from diploma, you can progress into bachelor's degree. Now, the diploma to the degree pathway, if you are entering the same field of studies, there's very likely chance that you can enter year 2 of the bachelor's degree. That means you save 1 year in that sense. Let me give you a quick calculation of the duration you require. Foundation is 1 year, degree is usually 3 years, so it's 1 plus 3. If you come in with the diploma is usually about 2.5 years. And then when you go to the degree of the same field of studies, that means let's say business to business, then you jump into year 2 of the degree. Year 1, you can credit transfer. So that means you have remaining 2 more years. However, SEGi is practicing accelerated mode for certain programs like accounting and business, whereby you can fast track. Instead of having only 2 years remaining a degree, it becomes 1.5 years. So essentially total is 2.5 plus 1.5 years, which is equivalent to about 4 years. Yeah. So from there, this is called, all these programs below here will be called undergraduate. So after that, when you move on to master's or PhD or DBA, those are called the postgraduate programs. We also have American degree program where you can use your SPM results with the 5 credits to enter directly into a degree offered by the American universities. But you can study all the 4 years here, so it's all together 4 years. You can take 4 plus 0 or 3 plus 1, 1 meaning the final year over there, or 2 plus 2, or at least 1 year plus 3 years over there. And then you get a cert awarded by University of Troy University in US. Now, the rest of the programs that you study local in SEGi, the bachelor's degree, we have a collaborating university called University of Central Lancashire, or UCLan. So that means our students will graduate with 2 sets of parchment, one from awarded by SEGi University, the other one will be from UCLan. So for students who may want to go overseas, but because of the pandemic situation, not safe to travel, or the borders are not open yet, we will encourage them to explore SEGi, to start your early studies here first, maybe foundation, and then when you finish and then go on to your degree, or from diploma, go on to the degree. The final year of your degree, you can credit transfer to the University of Central Lancashire, UCLan. Yeah, so there are some programs that already map up, which is a direct articulation. If you decide not to take UCLan, yes, there are also other options of other universities in UK, Australia, and US. Okay.
We have a question, Ms. Susan.
Yeah.
We have a question from the chat box. Does SEGi
Okay.
have a part-time master's program for those who are retired and looking to upskill themselves?
Oh, yes, we do have. We do have the masters. We have in two different modes. Okay, one is the conventional mode, full-time or part-time. But for the student who asked, I mean your inquirer who asked that. So yes, we have the part-time. Conventional meaning the classes will be every weekend. Before the pandemic aside is physical class every weekend. But because now of pandemic, physical class also move on to virtual live online. Then we have what we call the part-time paced online blended mode. Yeah, even prior to this pandemic, where now everybody is adopting the studies online, SEGi has already started this study method, this mode, in 2014. Under the campus called PACE, P-A-C-E. It just stands for Professional and Continuing Education. Is campus for working adults, and the center of PACE Center is at the main flagship campus here, Kota Damansara, and the lecturers are also from here. So yes, we have the PACE. Perhaps if he or she likes, he can drop me a message, a contact number, or call my number. My number is 012-2820-251, and then let me give you further information from there. Would that help? We also have a fully online one. That means the PACE online is blended mode, whereby you still have workshops or classes at least once a fortnight, and currently online, live virtual, but they are all happening on weekends. Then we have the fully online one, whereby it is very flexible and independent, but a little bit less lecture support. That means you won't have the workshops live virtual, but you have the recorded versions. Yeah.
Thank you, Ms. Susan. I think that answers the question.
All right. Okay, this is an overview of the types of disciplines that we offer in SEGi University, the main flagship campus. Yeah, in our sister colleges, we have slightly different range of programs. So that's why within this 20 minutes, I'm not able to share so much. So basically, I'll share the information is all related to SEGi University. So we have health sciences. We have medicine, Mbbs, or Bachelor of Medicine and Bachelor of Surgery, 5 years. Bachelor of Biomedical Science, 3 years. Bachelor of Dental Surgery, or BDS, 5 years. Bachelor of Pharmacy, or B-Pharm, 4 years. And the Bachelor of Optometry, or B-Optom, 4 years. All these MQA accredited, we have full accreditation, and they are all recognized by all the respective professional bodies like Mbbs will be the Malaysian Medical Council, MMC. Bachelor of Biomedical Science is no professional council thing yet, but this is, I think this one, the government is looking into it, yeah. Then we have the Bachelor of Dental Surgery will be the Malaysian Dental Council. Bachelor of Pharmacy is the Pharmacy Board of Malaysia. And lastly, the Bachelor of Optometry, which is the Malaysian Optical Council. So yes, this globally recognized, our programs are globally recognized. So means if you take our qualification, you want to study and continue postgrads, yeah, it should not be an issue because it's globally recognized. But however, if you want to go over to a another country to work, then that's where you may have to meet the additional requirement from their own professional bodies. Yeah. But as I go further into the slide, I will tell you a little bit, share a little bit more of all these 5 programs. Okay, under the engineering and built environment, we have a Bachelor of Mechanical Engineering, or BME, Civil Engineering, or BCVE, Electrical and Electronic Engineering, Chemical Engineering, Quantity Surveyor, and Bachelor of Architecture and Interior Architecture. Now, all the engineering programs, our students will get 2 parchment, one from SEGi, the other one from the UCLan one, they will get a Master in Engineering. Okay, and the master engineering, okay, and another thing, our engineering programs are accredited by the Board of Engineers Malaysia, and them being a signatory country of this Washington Accord. So when our students graduate and they earn their professional recognition from Board of Engineers Malaysia, they can go to the signatory countries to work, to practice. What are they? Again, when we come to the slide, I will explain again. Then the Bachelor of Quantity Surveyor, again, we have the MQA, the professional bodies recognition. I think as I go further to the slides, then I will touch on the accreditation, the professional recognition. So under education, we have diploma and Bachelor of Education. Here, this slide doesn't show the postgrad programs. In education, we have Master in Education up to the PhD in Education. Likewise, the engineering, we have Master in Engineering and PhD in Engineering. Okay, Communication Design, we have Diploma Mass Comm, Bachelor of Mass Comm, Bachelor of English and PR, Bachelor of Multimedia Design, and the Bachelor of Visual Communication Design. Okay, Business and Psychology, or rather is, okay, Business and Psychology, we have Diploma in Business Administration, Diploma in Accounting, Bachelor of Business Management. Embedded in there, the student can choose an option of 4 specializations. Yeah, okay, then you have the Bachelor of Accounting and Finance, Bachelor of Psychology. Hospitality, we have Diploma in Culinary Arts, Diploma in Restaurant Management, Diploma in Hotel Management. This is in collaborating with the QSR brand, whereby the student will do a 1-year internship with the QSR brand at their outlets. Then we have the Bachelor of Hospitality Management. And under PU, we have 2 types of PU, Foundation in Science and Foundation in Arts. Now, Foundation in Science will allow the student to articulate, they must be from science streamer, that to fulfill the requirement 5 credits that consist of 2 sciences and 1 maths. Now, Foundation in Science will allow the student to articulate to all the health science related programs, the engineering programs, yeah, and also the arts related programs. Foundation in Arts, of course, is progression into the arts related degree programs. Okay, next one. Mbbs is, we have international collaborations, industrial collaborations with certain universities with the ongoing research. Our clinical training, okay, consists of 5 years, 2 years. The first 2 years is called pre-clinical years. It will be done in Kota Damansara campus. And the remaining 3, 4, and 5 years is the clinical years. That clinical training will be done at the Cebu Hospital, which is exclusively for SEGi University MBBS students only. So our students do not have to compete for patients with other medical students, as in what is happening in mostly other training hospitals. And we set up a sub-campus there, the Faculty of Medicine over there. So our students, essentially, they don't have to move around too much. So from the hospital, when they have done their hospital grounds with the specialist doctors, they can come within the hospital grounds. They can go back to the faculty to continue with their lectures. It's all within the hospital grounds. They don't have to travel outside. So it saves a lot of time and money. And it is more focused for them in that sense. And we engage the specialist doctors in this clinical hospital as our adjunct professors. Then it means that our students are taught by the same group of people, not the lecturers. For some students elsewhere in a medical school, it may be taught by another team of lecturers, which is mainly on the theory part. Yeah. And another part of, in our program MBBS, we have what we call the Usmle Pathway bundled inside our program. This Usme Pathway is a chance for the student to fast track to get their specialization. As you probably heard, Malaysia has enough of general practitioners, but not enough of specialist doctors. So this is where SEGi would encourage students after completing their 5 years degree, or rather while concurrently doing their 5 years degree, they will be given resources by this provider called LINKTREE. they will give resources to train the students to prepare for these exams. Now, whether the student wants to take the exam or not is their chance, is their choice, and they can do it concurrently while doing our other professional exams. So there is a recommended pathway to, like say, the first part of the USMLE, which is similar to our professional exams, is to be done at the end of second year, and then the next one will be done at the end of fifth year. So more importantly is to do our exams, but the student concurrently, while everything is fresh in their mind, they will be given the resources from lectorial to practice and to attempt those USMLE exams. Okay. So these are some of the countries that recognize our MBBS, because we also have students from those countries, like Medical Council of Thailand, Maldives Medical and Dental Council, World Federation for Medical Education, and we are also listed in the World Directory of Medical Schools. Okay. Yeah, the industrial collaborations will be with hospital, University Kebangsaan, KPJ, Ribas, Ara Damansara, Sunway Medical, and the Thompson Hospital. These some visuals of the Cebu Hospital. It's a fairly huge hospital. There are about 700 beds there. And it's also a referral hospital, meaning the complicated case will get referred to Cebu Hospital. So that means our students have a chance to get exposed to all the different types of tropical diseases, and compared to if you were to do your clinical years in a hospital here, a public hospital here in West Malaysia or in KL or Selangor. Well, first of all, there will be you'll be competing with too many medical students. Secondly, I think the patients there are not so, patients over here, they kind of think that they know better than you know, because they have Dr. Google. Over there in Cebu, they're more relaxed and they're more friendly and they're more cooperative. Yeah. Okay. Oh, sorry, I missed one slide. So this is the USME pathway. The important thing is what we have incorporated into our fees. In fact, there's no additional fees. It's already, all new students will get the resources from lectorial. The lectorial, for the first part, they will give you a lot of online resources or online quizzes for you to practice, so that, is to prepare you for the first part of the exam, which is also an online exam. So anyway, there are step 1, step 2, and step 3. So now in the event you graduated with our program, and while waiting for housemanship posting via the Ministry of Health portal, then you can apply, complete this exam, get your USMLE license, then apply for a vacancy for a job over in US. In fact, the system, I was told that they will match you to the specialization you want to do. So once you got a job, when you practice in US and you become a specialist doctor, you come back to Malaysia, you do not have to do your housemanship again. Okay, BDS, again, is internationally recognized. We have, BDS, the 5 years is all done here in Kota Damansara. We have our own dental clinic. And so again, 5 years, the first 2 years is preclinical, where you don't deal with any real human patients yet, but you have a simulated dummy to work on. And year 3, 4, and 5, that's where you practice on patients, guinea pigs, well, not guinea pigs, well, real patients. Now, this is what is important, is getting the number of patients, whether we have enough of patients, we call it the patient pool, whether we have enough patients to practice on. So SEGi is actually quite very lucky, because as I mentioned earlier, we have the MRT Kota Damansara station. It has brought us a lot of patients, even to the extent that when the first MCO was imposed, our students have no problem, because they already completed whatever their procedure they need to complete. In fact, they can have more patients to practice on, and to the extent that sometimes they complain to our dean that too many patients to work on. So we have even patients from Seremban because of the connection from the KTM Seremban to Kajang. Then there's an interchange to the MRT station, and from there is all the way just one stop and come down here at the Kota Damansara station and then into our campus. Yeah. So these are the countries that we have gained international recognition, mainly also because we have students from these countries. Yeah. Oh, sorry. So these are some of the views of the clinics. The clinics, we have at least 5 clinics according to their procedures. So one of the procedures is called orthodontics. Now, orthodontics is actually a specialization. So our undergraduate students, they study about it, but they do not need to do the procedure. But however, because we set up a clinic specially for this, so the lecturers or the specialist doctor who are our lecturers, they would perform the procedure on the student, but our student on the patients. But our student have a very, more opportunity to actually observe and see how the procedure is done. So eventually, they can even decide to take this up as their specialization after the 5 years program. Okay. And whenever they do their practical, our lecturers or their specialist doctors in their own right, yeah, they will be together within the clinic. Yeah, so it's not like the lecturers will be, in their own office. So it's ongoing. So it's learning on the job, and we practice the four-handed procedure. And some parents are concerned. They thought maybe we do not have enough of chairs, dental chairs. Is not true. It's actually one of the practice that's required to be taught under the Malaysian Qualifications Agency. They set the program standard. So four-handed procedure meaning students will be paired. They will work in pairs. And when we have patient A, one of them will become the main dentist, the other one is the assistant. Then we have patient B, they will swap. This is to help them to learn how to work with the assistant in real life. Yeah. Okay, post-graduation specialization is not really taught, but it's practiced. Yeah, because ours we teach up to the undergraduate level, the 5 years, but we give our students good exposure as to what type of other specializations they can consider once they have finished with this 5 years program. B.Pharm, Bachelor of Pharmacy, 4 years program, clinical industrial placements at reputable companies. This one, the faculty will help our student through the whole 5 years under clinical practice to arrange for the transport and everything, to have experience, maybe a 1 or 2 weeks experience in different places. One can be a community pharmacist or retail pharmacist. Another one could be a hospital pharmacist, and the third one could be industrial pharmacists or drug companies. And our dean, Dr. Tay, she has a good relationship with the drug companies or manufacturers. And normally when these companies, they want to tap into our students as interns or as to have a full job offer, they would actually ask for recommendation. Normally they do that rather than advertising in the papers, because they prefer to know through a recommendation. They know that they're getting good students. So here our Dr. Tay, with her connection with the network of all these drug companies, she has shared that a lot of times they will ask her and contact her to ask for a recommendation of a good students to be placed there. And from there, the student can also do a 1 year pre-reg, and after that followed by a post-reg.
We have another question, Ms. Susan.
Okay.
How does SEGi help their students to enhance their employability? Okay,
yes, we have what they call, for the professional practices, okay, professional programs, it is already inbuilt inside the program. Okay, But for overall general, we have what we call a SEGi enrichment programs. It is a series of workshops because we have the whole extensive of faculties here, all the different fields here. So each faculty will offer some kind of workshop according to their expertise. And these workshops, should not, they are planned in design in such, they are planned in such a way it should not clash with your normal timetable. And we encourage our students to get at least 3 workshops while studying at SEGi. One on leadership skills, one on communication skills, and one on something else. Now, for instance, let me give you an example. The Faculty of Business and Accounting, they offer a workshop called Financial Literacy. Yeah, so what is this? You know, it's something you probably may not know, but it's good to know. So you expand your knowledge. Is essentially about how you manage your personal finances so that you don't, in the worst case scenario, you don't have to declare yourself bankrupt, like spending more than you earn, you know, that kind of thing. It's actually quite easy because it's so easy to get credit card, and then you have the online shopping. So combine the two, explosive, then you build up debt, you can't pay in time, and the debt increases very fast. So you have to declare yourself bankrupt. The other main takeaway is to start developing a habit of saving. You can save 10%. Maybe increase your percentage. And then what do you do with savings? Most people will just put in the bank, but do you know under fixed deposit and savings account, your money is actually, the purchasing power is actually decreasing because of inflation rate. It's just all getting all these concepts. Okay, having said that, these are not compulsory, but the student will get a certificate of attendance. And another opportunity for them is to network with other students, build a social network that can be converted into a business network eventually. And in addition to all this, we have employment readiness programs arranged or put in place by our career office, but they were partly under this SEGi enrichment program. So you can choose it once it's when it's offered and it's time for you. Let's say you're about to graduate, because usually these employment readiness programs, you don't think about it in the first year or second year, only when you are about to graduate, because you have to find your job. So how do you get ready to be employed? Okay, through this series of workshops, we have, I just give some general titles of these workshops. So the first one is career profiling. Second one is how do you write a professional resume. Third one is grooming skills. How do you dress appropriately for an interview or any formal events. Then the fourth one is mock interview. So they will conduct a mock interview. It's like interview skills. So if you do make mistake, good, learn from it, make more mistakes so that you don't make the mistakes in your actual interview. Then following that, we have time management. So once you are working or doing your internship or working in an actual company, so you got to be you observe the deadlines and so forth. You're probably working with a group of people, so you're not the only one. So it's very important about time management. It's actually personal management. Then the last one is goal setting. Now this goal setting is actually useful because through this you may learn to develop a vision for your life, for your career. So when you encounter obstacles or challenges, hopefully with this vision will help you to circumvent it, and put it into perspective, and then find a way to overcome it. Yeah. Does that help?
Yes, thank you, Ms. Susan. Adding on to that, I also have another question. Does SEGi help students to find a place to do their internship?
I'm glad you asked that question. Now, programs that have internship or industrial training or workplace experience and so forth, the faculties will maintain a placement list, meaning the previous students who have worked in those places. And why? Because they keep in contact with this placement venues to get feedback from them about our students' performance. So if there's something lacking or there's a gap, so hence that will help us to upgrade or enhance or to improve. However, when you come to this kind of when you come to the workplace experience, we will use this as an opportunity for the student, or rather to train them, to give them training for the student to take it as though it's a job application. So essentially, we would like the student to choose their own place first, because let's say we were to assign a place where perhaps they say it's too far away, or they don't pay enough, because usually internship there's not compulsory for the company to pay you. So we allow the student to choose where they want, but haven't chosen something, run it past your lecturer, your supervisor, your placement supervisor to approve on it, so that we don't want you to go to any questionable place where you pick up wrong practices. Yeah. The student will be supported by the faculty in the sense of how to, there's a cover letter to say that, when you apply for internship, you submit together with a cover letter and contact your that particular company that you want to go to. Now, however, if students still cannot find the place, then yes, by all means, talk with the lecturer and from the placement list, find something there. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Ms. Susan. That answers my question.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. So, okay, farmer younger. So we are in collaborating. These are some of the drug companies that actually approach Dr. Tay. We have students that are already working in these places. Okay, I missed a slide. Yeah. Okay, Bachelor Optometry. Again, like I say, we are globally recognized because, and we are also listed on the Malaysian Optical Council. And the latest I heard is that our Bachelor Optometry, we will incorporate also after the completion of the 4 years and graduated from here. Our student can go over to UK. I think it's UCLan, if not mistaken, because it's the latest information. So I can't really share too much about it, but generally, yes, you can do a work over there and also continue your postgrad. Yeah. And also, in Bachelor Optometry, all our students, all the 4 years is all done in Kota Damansara again, because we have an eye clinic here in Kota Damansara, and also another eye clinic we set up in next door in the Thomson Hospital. And we are also the only institution or university that has been given this program called Accelerated Pathway for Optician Upgrade. That means these opticians, practicing opticians, they may have a diploma, related diploma, but no degree. So this is one way which the Malaysian Optical Council wants to upgrade the current opticians. Here we offer we call it the Bachelor of Science Optometry, and it's going to be part-time. Whereas this one, the Bachelor of Optometry, which is also 4 years, sorry, the part-time one is not going to be 4 years, it's going to be shorter. But the fresh SPM or STPM or O-levels or A-levels leavers, SPM and O-levels, they will have to do the foundation or pre-U first, then into the degree. They will be doing the Bachelor of Optometry, not the other one, because the other one, Accelerated Pathway, one of the requirements is also the working experience in the related field, which is as an optician. So, okay. So these are some of the visuals of the equipment that SEGi has for the purpose of our students' experience and learning how to use it. So we have also consulting rooms. This one is modules for those still practicing. That means they practice among each other. Then when they have walk-in appointments patients, then they have the consulting room. It's two separate ones. Certain places, they actually campur together, actually not allowed. Yeah. So we follow exactly what the MQA, their rules are. So when we get full accreditation, most of the time we get almost the full range, you know, because full accreditation, you can get 1 year or 2 years or 3 years or 4 years. Most of the time we get at least 3 years and above, so because we are able to comply as to what MQA wants. So, So these are some of the visuals of our clinic and some activities. Yeah, this is at SEGi campus. There's like a shop set up where clients or customers can come in to get their glasses prescribed after they get checked by our students and also under the guidance of the lecturers. So Thomson Hospital is just next door. This is the Accelerated Pathway in conjunction with the Malaysian Optical Council. And I understand from the Dean, Dr. Asrin, Prof. Asrin, we are the only institution that is given by MOC to offer this program for working adults, for the working opticians. Okay, business accounting and mass comm. All right. As you have heard of IR 4.0, so this is impacting every field of studies and every field of working, you know, life. Okay. As I go to the next slides, I will explain to you how we incorporate these IR 4.0 elements in there. So here in business and accounting, we are practicing the integrated degree to postgrad pathway. Now, from the diploma, if the student comes in to do a diploma, foundation to degree is 1 year plus 3 years, but diploma to degree is 2.5 plus 1.5. And then, so that means we have incorporated some degree content in the diploma program, so that when you go on to your degree, the degree is shortened by half a year. And likewise, in the degree, we also have incorporated some postgrad MBA materials in there, so that eventually after your degree, bachelor's degree, you want to come back and do your MBA masters. Again, the masters will be shortened. Instead of 1.5 years, become 1 year. Yeah. Okay. Now accounting and finance is a 3 years program. Our graduates, they have a choice of 4 professional bodies to get professional accreditation, and also to get the professional papers exemption either from ACCA or CPA, CIMA or ICAEW. So these 4 professional bodies have recognized our program, and also the Malaysian Institute of Accountant. Yeah. With So there are also additional certificates embedded into the program. The student will also be taught, given additional classes on audit workshop through this ASP group and the UBS group. So it's not just the academic qualification, but you also have additional certification from these 2 companies. Okay. Yeah, our business and accounting students, they will also have a chance to learn how stock trading works. So we have a business simulation lab. This is a simulated trading lab in collaboration with Kanaga Investment Bank. They can observe interactions of the capital market concepts and decision making through a simulated investment trading activity. So they will have a simulated account to trade, and but the data is live data from Bloomberg via the Kanaga Investment Company, investment bank. The whole goal is to reduce the gap between what is taught in the classroom and what actually happens in a professional environment. Okay. Okay, the enhanced curriculum with IR 4.0 elements, we have the digital business application, cloud-based business to business, and B2C digital business, digital marketing, application of Internet of Things and artificial intelligence, human resource management integrating the AI bots, finance in the finance sector is transformation towards blockchain technology in finance, and entrepreneurship embracing business automation. So the additional advanced management accounting, application of computer integrated manufacturing, business law application is about legal knowledge related to data protection, liability, and industrial properties. Taxation, in the area of taxation, we have tax incentives for emerging IR 4.0 technologies, which is involving automation, robotics, and ICT. And the operation and quality management, the application is on smart warehousing. So our students actually will get a lot of, the dean, they will organize field trips to companies to get a real life experience on, to observe, or they will also invite industrial experts and speakers to come over, and the talks will be related to what the student is studying or the current latest practices in the marketplace. So under the mass communication, we have our own broadcasting studio, and we have collaborators with Media Prima, our industrial partners, Media Prima, Astro, Era, and a few of this Surya FM. Okay, engineering and built environment. Sorry, I didn't go much onto this one. We have Diploma Mass Comm and Bachelor of Mass Communication that has 3 specialization in there under the degree. We have public relations, advertising, and the third one will be broadcasting. We have journalism. We used to have journalism, but because there's not much of take up from students, so that one is put on hold until we have enough.
Miss Susan, I think you're muted.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yes,
just then only, is it? Just then?
Yes, just then. Just about less than a minute.
How did that happen? Okay. Built environment, the engineering and built environment. Again, international recognition, additional industrial collaboration. We have the enhanced learning via automated guided vehicle, AGV simulation lab, technology enabled learning via Google Classroom, and our academic team, I will have to say a lot, 1/3 of them, at least 1/3 of them are, they have the IR. That means they are professionally recognized engineers with working experience. We also have professors who are doing research, ongoing research, and part of the AI research, we have been appointed as a research center for artificial intelligence by Mbbs. So artificial intelligence doesn't just involve IT. It can also cover engineering, or even finance, or even the medical field, the health sciences field. Yeah. Do you see something on the thing? On the screen, something is.
Yes, it was there. It's no more now.
Oh, it's no longer here. Okay.
Okay, now it came back.
Oh yeah. How do I get rid of it? What did I? Okay. Yeah. Okay. For our engineering program, share application. Sorry, something happened. Oh, wait, hang on. I think okay, our engineering programs are recognized, is fully accredited by the Board of Engineers Malaysia, or BEM. And Board of Engineers Malaysia, BEM, is a signatory to the Washington Accord. And Washington Court is an international body whereby there are signatory countries that agreed on certain standards in terms of academic and the professional. So when our students graduate with this program, they can move on to get the professional recognition from both Malaysia, and with that they can actually work in quite a few countries like US, Australia, China, Hong Kong, Ireland, India, Singapore also, South Africa, and some of these countries. And then the Bachelor of QS, oh, by the way, I mentioned just now, our student will get 2 parchment, one from SEGi, the other one from University of Central Lancashire, which is Master in Engineering. So ours will be Bachelor of Engineering, but from UCLan side, they will get Masters in Engineering. So our QS program is also recognized and accredited, full accreditation by Lembaga Juru Bahan Malaysia, Royal Institution of Chartered Surveyors are in UK, the RICS. So students also can, the graduates also can eventually, get work in UK. And also the third one is the Pacific Association of Quantity Surveyors. How do I remove the window? Any idea, anybody?
I think it's fine. It doesn't
It's
really.
fine. Okay. All right. Okay. Under the Bachelor of IT, we offer 2 types of bachelor degree: a Bachelor of IT with 3 choice of 3 specialization in there: software engineering, computer networks, and business system design. Or we also have the Bachelor of Cybersecurity. So again, other than the academic qualification, our student will also receive 2 professional certs, one from Oracle, the other from EC Council for Certified Ethical Hacker. And also we are incorporating Huawei certified, they call it Huawei University. So our student will be also taught, the routing and switching under Huawei. Okay, so these are some of the collaborating institutions they're working with Mbbs, Malaysian Palm Oil Corporation, MPOC, Council, Inda Water, and Daikin. Okay, we are also collaborating with OMH Malaysia. Our OMH is actually a China company. And it is the largest supplier of this system. Is in the first quarter of 2021. I think it's slightly delayed because of the COVID. There's a simulation lab will be set up in SEGi University on automatic guided vehicle, AGV, and smart warehousing to enhance students' learning experience and outcomes. So this will be very useful for our engineering students and also our business students. Google Classroom, we have technology enhanced classroom, sorry. So these are some of the visuals. So from the engineering and engineering team, right, approximately 70% are either PhD holders, professional or chartered engineers or chartered quantity surveyors. Okay, now we into Faculty of Education, practicum state placements, because Bachelor Education, or we also offer the Diploma Education. The placements, our students can choose in local institutions or government schools or private international schools, or even overseas internship in Singapore, China, and New Zealand. And we are considered the pioneer actually for and leader in early child education, and have been appointed as a cause champion to advocate this program because of the shortage of qualified teachers in Malaysia. There's still a shortage, let's say, in areas of teaching English as a second language, early child education, and the special needs education. Yeah. So, okay, in the degree, there are 4 specializations. I mentioned that just now: early child education, teaching English as second language or TESOL, special needs education, and guidance and counseling. So Likewise, I will have to say more than, I think more than 3/3 of, in fact, all of them have working experience, all our lecturers have working experience, and we have lecturers that can teach you up to PhD level. And we have 2 lecturers who were previously advisors to 2 governments. They're Malaysians. One is advisor to the Sri Lanka government, and the other one was to the Singapore government. Okay, these are some of the places where you can do, students can do a practicum in local or international, or Peninsular, Help International, British International School, Beacon House, University of Auckland, and even in Hainan University. There's one more I didn't include. It's also Singapore. Yeah. So Singapore actually happened to be wanting to tap into Malaysian graduates because they also facing a shortage. But because we have 2 students who work over there, 2 graduates, and they like what they, our graduates, and hence that's how they got to know about us. But they vet us through, and they shortlist us and approach our dean to recommend our graduates to work there. And also, they came over to do career talks. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is the 4 specialization I have mentioned just now. So majority of our full-time academic team, 60% are PhD holders. Okay, we have reached one section of it. If there's no any questions so far?
No, I think we are so far clear. No questions.
Okay, I'll just move on. Is that okay? Should I just move on?
Yes, you can.
All right. So the next one is scholarships. Okay. It's getting very annoying. Okay. We call it High Achiever Scholarship, or HAS. Is SEGi scholarship, which you can combine with PTBN loan. So let's say if you achieve 10 A's, you will be given 100% tuition fee waiver from SPM or O levels. Or you have 9 A's, you will enjoy 75% tuition fee waiver, 8 A's, 50% tuition fee waiver. So from STPM or local matriculation or A levels, foundation and diploma, likewise, we also reward you based on your qualification that you bring in. If you have a CGPA of 3.5 or 2 A's, you will also enjoy 50% tuition fee waiver. If your CGPA is 3.75 or equivalent to 3 A's in A levels, then or STPM, then you enjoy 75% tuition fee waiver. And 4.0 flat CGPA or 4 A's, you get 100% tuition fee waiver. Yeah, so for those who did not get 100%, they get 75 or 50, they can combine with PTN. By the way, we have a loan department to help a student to do that. But prior to that, as your counselor, I will guide you what to do prior to reaching that step. This one is closer to the intake date. So likewise, UEC also, we reward UEC students who, with their results, if they have 5 points or 7 points or 10 points and 15 points. Likewise, the fewer points you have, the fewer points you have, the higher percentage of tuition fee waiver. There is a system they work out, like for instance, if they get a score grade A1, so it's considered 1 point. B2 is considered 2 points and so forth. So again, there's one more segment, we call it the Australian matriculation, like SACE, WACE, MWED, SAM, or International Baccalaureate. We also reward you. This is what we call the ACE rebates, or the scholarship based on your results. We also have a sports scholarship for Malaysians, talented Malaysians or Malaysian athletes who participate in state or national level sporting events. So for those state level, they enjoy 25% tuition fee rebate. For the national athletes, they get 50% rebate. There is some maintenance CGPA. So it's an annual maintenance CGPA of 2.5 each year. So but first year will be already granted to them. Then at the end of the first year, we see your CGPA. If you hit 2.5, the minimum is only 2.0 passing mark. So the next year also you get another waiver, whether it's 50% or 25%. Okay, here we have the foundation scholarship. Foundation scholarship meaning, sorry about that. You come in to do commit to a leading program, foundation to the degree, but you come in to do a foundation first. At the end of the day, your scholarship. Let me go to the next slide. Maybe it's easier. Sorry, the thing is not going away. I can't see. Okay, maybe let me explain. Well, foundation is 1 year. So the fees that you pay for this foundation to degree, foundation scholarship, is the registration fee of 1 year, 500 one-time payment, enrollment fee 1,000, and then the monthly tuition fee is by month, is 360 for 12 months. Why? Foundation is 1 year, 12 months. So when you finish your foundation, you would already paid 5,820. But when you go into the degree, the tuition fees of the 12 months tuition fee that you already paid, which is equivalent to 4,320, we will use it to offset from your degree. So in other words, your tuition fee becomes 0, but we don't give that in cash, but we use it, the figure, to deduct it from your degree. And your registration fee also, we will use it to offset it for other fees, like the half of the enrollment fee. So at the end of the day, your registration fee also 0, tuition fee 0. At the end of the day, you only invested 1,000, which is the enrollment fee, to study foundation. Our normal foundation fees is about 20,000 or 18,000. Foundation in arts, 18,000. So you are saving, you are having a saving of 17,000 in your foundation studies. Or for foundation in science, it will be a savings of 19,000, because at the end of the day, you only invest 1,000 in your foundation, in our foundation studies, which is actually just the enrollment fee. Okay, this is the latest one. We are also giving what we call a Pandemic Assistance Scholarship Scheme, PASS. Because of this ongoing pandemic, our management has put in place another additional package. This is for direct entry to diploma and degree, not from foundation, is to enjoy an additional 20% of tuition fee waiver from the first year. So it is could be worth about 6,000 in addition to other rebates. Yeah. So, okay, again, this is also part of the pandemic for UEC or A-level students. This is not the A's rebate. As long as you meet the requirement, regardless of how many A's you have, maybe you don't have any A's, but you have B's, but you meet the requirement to enter the degree, then we are giving you a 20% special grant for the overall program. So it's like a scholarship, but it's 20% of the tuition fee of the whole course. And this one, there's no maintenance GPA because this is not a scholarship, it's a grant. It's like a very good rebate with 20% off. For UEC, those students who are coming with UEC and A-levels, direct entry into the degree program. Okay, these are the other rebates like study grant, all the degree and diploma. We have a study grant of 1,000 per year. So if that degree is 3 years, so you enjoy 3,000. Diploma, we kept, if it's 2.5 years, but we carry about 2,000. Then you, if let's say you don't have the 8 A's and above to get a scholarship, then we will give you what we call A's rebate. For every A that you have in your SPM, we give you 500, or in your O levels 500. But from A levels and STPM level, every A's will be equivalent to 1,000 rebate. So for instance, if you have two A's in your STPM or A levels, you can enjoy scholarship already. But that means if let's say you qualify for different packages, then it's up to you to choose. We will guide you how to choose it because you want to calculate based on your maximum monetary savings. Then, you know, if you want, we can work it out for you. So all this study grant is extended to diploma and degree levels, including the health sciences programs. Okay, we also have another special scheme for Bumi Putras. We call it Bumi Grant. It's for the diploma programs. There is already cap of at 24,000. Our normal diploma is about in the region of 30 over 1,000. So under the BUMI grant, they save at least more than close to 11,000 savings because it's already capped off at 24,000, and the student can also combine it with PTPN loan. Okay, this is a special scheme for MBBS transfer student. That means the student maybe have started a MBBS program overseas, but because of the pandemic, some of them are seeking to credit transfer to SEGi. So here we give them a 50% rebate of the tuition fees. Of course, this will we need to do the credit transfer exercise and all the approval first. But here they enjoy 50%, meaning each semester, each year there's 2 blocks or 2 semesters. So it worked out to be about 16,000 RM per block of study. Under financial assistance, SEGi offers at least 3 types of financial assistance. One is self-funding, which is not considering any loan. The second one is PTPN, which is a government loan that SEGi has our own loan department to assist our students in due time. Then we have the, under the PTN loan, if there's a shortfall of PTN, shortfall meaning the fees does not cover PTN, the student can pay by monthly installment interest free while they're studying, or they can opt to take our SEGi loan, we call it JKSS, on the PTN, on the shortfall at 0 interest. So they study first, and then 6 months after they have completed the studies, then they start repaying by monthly installment over two duration choice, 36 months or 60 months interest free. Okay, and then of course, parents or the student can withdraw from EPF. So yeah, this final one is the JKSS scheme. This one is an option. If you take up PTN, you can also choose to combine it with our JKSS SEGi loan. SEGi loan covers a shortfall. PTN, the maximum loan may not cover all of it, so there's some shortfall. So if you just take PTN loan, the shortfall you pay to us by monthly installment interest free, or you take another loan from SEGi University on the shortfall, and there's some incentive. You graduate with first class honors, our loan, you don't have to pay us, it's waived. It can be converted into a scholarship after you study. So yeah, that's it. I think, I don't think I need to talk on hostel, right?
Yes, thank you, Ms. Susan. We have one last question.
Yeah.
Does SEGi offer any intake options based on a mixture of exam results and soft skills? And if so, what are the testing parameters and how can one prepare themselves for it? We have heard a lot today about the importance of basic soft skills, but it seems like most colleges and universities in Malaysia tend to either overlook or ignore this important working life skill.
Okay, Ms. Manpreet, do you mind repeating the beginning part again?
Yes, sure. Does SEGi offer? Does SEGi offer any intake options based on a mixture of exam results and soft skills?
What do you mean by that? Is this student inquirer working adult or a fresh student, SPM leaver? Okay, maybe I can help you on this. Let's talk from the perspective of SPM leaver or equivalent. Currently, what MQA has, or Ministry of Education, Higher Education has allowed is that traditionally last time, if you don't meet the requirement, that means let's say you got SPM 3 credits, but you fail either BM or Sejarah. That means essentially you can't study because you don't have the full cert. But currently, we are allowed to offer the student to study like a normal student. We call it micro credentials. So, and let's say they come in to do a diploma. The diploma is 2.5 years. So while doing the diploma, we encourage the student to get the full certificate, or to maybe repeat whichever subject they fail, right? Because without that, you cannot continue. You cannot even start your studies. And we believe that while you're studying, the program, it will encourage you to actually do something and repeat or retake your either SEGi or BM, and you only need a pass to continue. And then when you graduate, before you graduate your 2.5 years, you already obtained the pass in your BM or SEGi. That means you get a full SPM cert. Then you can graduate with a certificate of award, which allows you to articulate into another academic level, which is the degree. If you haven't done that, if let's say you haven't managed to do that, then you get a certificate of attendance only. Until you get that, then we convert it into a certificate award, then you can continue with degree. So this is called micro-credentials. Now then, there's another perspective from working adults. There are two types. They have the requirement to enter the level of studies they want, and they want to do it part-time, and we have the part-time program. When they enter, they can use their working experience to be accredited to get credit transfer or exemptions. This is called the APEL-C, and SEGi is a center for APEL-C. This one is provided you already meet the requirement to enter the program that you want to study, and then using your related work experience, there is an internal process of either, there are two methods of assessment. One is by the challenge mode, and the other one is by challenge mode, meaning essentially there's a test. Then the other one is by your portfolio review. So I'm not sure whether that helped answer.
Yes, definitely. That answered the question.
Yeah, there are a few other APEL, there's a APEL-A. APEL-A means you don't meet the requirement, but you have some working experience, and that one, there's a process where you put in the APEL application plus essentially then you go and sit for the aptitude test. MQA will tell the student, will inform the student when the aptitude test is, and then after that you pass, then you submit your portfolio. But if let's say you're considering MBA programs, there is an additional step, which is interviewed by the appointed academic panel of academicians through MQA. That is called APEL-A. Now, APEL-A, SEGi is now in the process of applying, or rather we have been invited by MQA to apply for this. Then there's another one called APEL-Q. Now, APEL-Q is that you have vast working experience, you are at the top range, that means you are at the top management position. So you can use, you don't have any academic qualification. So you use, based on that basis, you can go through this process of APEL-Q. That one, SEGi is also a center for APEL-Q to assess. However, this is all APEL-Q is very new. It's very new in the market. It's recently introduced by MQA. So this one, if you have any queries, please let me know. Then I will check with my management and how is it done. At the moment, I'm still not very sure how it's done, but it's actually will be useful for those who are maybe the top managing director or somebody high up, highly ranked with vast working experience, but no academic qualification. Hence, from that, using the experience and their position and the status, there is an assessment to actually get the academic qualification through APEL-Q.
Thank you, Ms. Susan. Dear participants, if you have any more questions, I think Ms. Susan is kind enough to share her phone number and her email ID. You can always contact her personally to get the insights of SEGi University. But overall, thank you so much, Ms. Susan, for having a very informative session today with us.